welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. If you're new around here, my name is Hanna and I make a ton of different content on my channel, from makeup videos to Q&As to vlogs. I've tried French food, all kinds of different content, so hopefully you'll be able to find something on my channel that you will enjoy. But for today's video, I'm going to be doing a Bake With Me video. Now, I know I did one of these not too long ago, but I wanted to do a Christmassy, festive baking video. So today, I'm going to be making gingerbread cupcakes, and I'm going to be icing them, kind of how Zoe did with hers on her main channel a few years ago, when she did like the Pinterest inspired Christmas lights icing. I'm going to be attempting that. Now, fun fact, I've actually never piped icing before. I usually just spread it on my cupcakes. So this is kind of a first time experience for me. So I feel like it could go really well, or it could go fairly wrong. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, so if you enjoy this video, then be sure to give it a huge thumbs up to let me know. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on post notifications so you don't miss an upload. And let me know in the comments what your favourite thing to bake is. Now, without further ado, let's go bake. Okay, so first I'm going to start by weighing out my ingredients. Okay, so now I have all of my ingredients measured out. We have 125 grams of unsalted butter, 250 grams of self-raising flour, 175 ml of milk, 2 medium eggs, 125 grams of golden syrup, 125 grams of dark brown soft sugar, 125 grams of black treacle, and 2 teaspoons of ginger. The recipe was supposed to include cinnamon as well, but most of my family, including me, don't like cinnamon, so we just took that out and went full ginger instead. So now it's time to actually start making the mixture. Okay, so the first step is to gently heat the butter, sugar, golden syrup and black treacle in a pan. So I'm gonna get it all in the pan here and then heat it once it's all in the pan. So butter, sugar, golden syrup, and the black treacle. This has to be the messiest thing I've ever baked with. Okay, so now I'm going to go gently heat this, and I will be back when it's done. Okay, so I now have my gently warmed mixture, which actually looks really delicious. So the next step is to leave this to cool for 10 minutes. So I'm going to get started with the dry ingredients while we do that. Okay, so for the dry ingredients, it says to use a large bowl. So I just have this one right here that I used in my last Bake With Me video. Okay, so first, the self-raising flour. And then the ginger, you would also add the cinnamon at this point, but like I said, my family don't really like cinnamon and nor do I, so we're just going with ginger. And I'm just going to combine that. And then we'll come back to that once the other mixture has cooled. While I wait, I've actually decided to get my cupcake cases sorted so that I'm not just standing around waiting. So I got these ones, just some candy cane style ones and some gingerbread ones. I think I'll use a bit of both. So just some nice Christmassy cupcake cases. So these are the gingerbread ones, super cute. So I'm going to do half of those. And then half of these candy cane style ones. Okay, so now that they're prepared, the mixture is still cooling for about 3.5 minutes. So I'll get back to you guys when that is cooled and we can move on with the rest of the recipe. Okay, so the butter, sugar and treacle mix has now cooled for 10 minutes. So I'm now going to add that to our flour and ginger. Here we go. Oh, that looks lovely. Okay, so next the recipe says to stir this all together until it's combined. So I'm just going to do that. It smells amazing. Okay, that looks good. So now the next step is to add in the 2 medium eggs and again stir it all together until it's combined. Okay, that looks all nice and combined to me. So next we add in the milk, although it does have to be slightly warmed, so I'm just going to do that now and then we'll add it in. Okay, I've slightly warmed the milk, so now I'm going to add that. And mix that all together. Okay, that looks nice and combined. Okay, so now the next step is to divide this into our cupcake cases. Okay, they look done to me. I'm not sure if I may have overfilled some of them, but oh well, bigger cupcakes. And I know the recipe did say to use muffin cases and I only have cupcake ones, so now it's time to get these into the oven for 20 to 24 minutes or until baked through. So I'm going to do that. Okay, so the cupcakes are now done. I've let them cool for a little bit in the tin just so they're easier to take out. So now I'm going to take these out and pop them onto a cooling rack. So that they cool completely. Okay, while those ones are cooling completely, there's actually a little bit of mixture left over, so I'm going to see how many extra cupcakes I can get out of that. So I'm just going to do some of the candy cane ones again and some of the gingerbread. and see if I can get at least 6 more cupcakes out of this. We shall see. Okay, so now that those are filled, I am gonna pop those into the oven. Okay, so the second few are now done. I am super happy with how these turned out. So I've let them cool for a little bit in the tray, and now I'm just gonna take them out and pop them onto a cooling rack to cool entirely. Okay, so it's now the next day, as I didn't have time to ice these yesterday, but now we're going to be making the buttercream to go on top. So, first I'm going to start by weighing out everything that I need. Okay, so I now have all of my ingredients weighed out, ready to make the buttercream. So we have 200 grams of unsalted butter, 400 grams of icing sugar, and a teaspoon of vanilla. I'm using Madagascar vanilla as that's just my favourite vanilla extract to use. I find it gives more of a vanilla taste. The buttercream in the recipe did also use ginger, but I just wanted to keep it simple with a nice basic vanilla buttercream. So yeah, let's start making it. Okay, so I have my big bowl here, and first in goes the 200 grams of butter at room temperature. And then I'm just gonna kind of beat this until it's soft and lighter in colour. I know most people would probably use a mixer at this point, but our hand mixer, it always gets stuck in like the whisk parts. So I prefer to start out with a fork. I just find it a little bit easier. So, since this takes quite a while, I'm going to do this off camera, and then I will get back to you guys when it is lighter in colour and softer. Okay, so the butter is now a lot softer, a lot creamier and lighter in colour. So now I'm going to gradually add my icing sugar. Oops, that was quite a lot. And I'm just going to mix that in. Okay, I'm just going to finish this up off camera for a second. Okay. First load of icing sugar mixed in, now for a little bit more. And again, I'm just going to mix that in. Okay, this is easier and less messy to do off camera, so I'm going to do it off camera so that I can hold it properly. Okay, that is now mixed in, so now for the last bit of icing sugar. And again, I think I'm just going to mix this off camera for quickness. Okay, so this is what the buttercream is looking like so far. A little bit thick, honestly, and when I say a little bit thick, I mean very thick. So I'm going to add some milk into this and mix that through to try and loosen it up a little bit. And then I will add in my vanilla. Okay, so now I'm just going to mix the milk in off camera as it's easier to hold that way. And then I will get back to you once it is done. Okay, so I've now added in some more milk and I've got it to the consistency that I want it to be. I was using dessert spoons, so it's hard to say how much milk I put in, but I think my mum said 2 dessert spoons is usually roughly a tablespoon, I think. So going based off of that, I would say about 3 tablespoons, because I put in about 6 dessert spoons. to loosen up a little bit. So now I'm going to add in my vanilla. And mix that in. Okay, so now that the vanilla's mixed in, that is the buttercream done. So now we're on to me attempting to pipe icing for the first time. So, I have a glass here to try and help me get the icing into the piping bag. And then I have these Tesco piping bags and nozzles. Okay, and that kit comes with 4 nozzles, so I'm just going to go for this one that looks kind of the easiest to use. Okay, so I think I've managed to get the nozzle in right. Here's hoping. So now I'm going to pop this in here in hopes that this helps me to get the icing in a little bit easier. I've seen people do this, so hoping it works. Okay, grab my icing. Let's try and get it in here. So far so good. Right, that'll do for now. Twist the top. Okay, let's try this. Okay, so I have all of my cupcakes in this tin here. So I'm just going to take a few out to start with. Just take the top layer out for now. They smell so good. Okay, here we go. First time ever piping buttercream. Let's get started on this one. I can't promise they'll look how they're supposed to, but it is only my first try. Hopefully you can see that okay. Okay, it's not perfect, but for a first attempt ever at piping icing, I'm really happy with that. I would have liked it maybe a little bit higher, but for a first attempt, I think that's okay. Right, on to the next one. Better, I feel like. They're still not exactly how I would like them, but anything's better than nothing. Okay, I feel like it's getting better. Last one from the first layer. Let's see if I've got enough icing left in here to get this one done. Only just. Okay, so the first few are done. I'd say that one probably turned out the best. So now I'm going to attempt to either refill this piping bag with icing or fill another one. Hopefully this one's easy enough to refill, and then we will get on with the rest. Okay, now I've refilled my piping bag, I'm going to get out some more cupcakes. Okay, there we have the rest of the cupcakes, so let's get on to icing these. Oops, that one was a bit high. For a first attempt, I think I'm doing pretty okay. Let me know in the comments how you think I'm doing. running out of icing again. Here's hoping I have enough just to finish this one off. Okay, now I'm just going to refill the icing again. The last bit of icing. Okay, last one. Okay, I think I'm going to go in and just try and fix up some of them. We'll see how that goes with a little bit of extra icing. Just see if I can get it more the height I wanted. Nope, I don't think that's going to work. I think that's ruined it. Oh well. Right, let's bring in all the finished cupcakes. Still happy with that as far as it being a first attempt. Like, I think for a first attempt they went really well. Okay, so next I'm going to take this writing icing and I need to put it in a jug of hot water to soften up, and then we will get on with decorating these. Okay, so the writing chocolate is now heated up. I have snipped the end of the nozzle so that it will come out. So now I'm just going to kind of draw around here to create the effect of lights. With them not being as high as I wanted, I don't know that it'll work how I wanted it to, but we'll try our best. So nudge these ones out of the way. There we go. They now all have writing chocolate on them. Hopefully you can see all of those. So now I'm just going to add some M&Ms as Christmas lights. Okay, so I'm going to tip my M&Ms out on this tin lid. And now it's time to decorate these. Okay, it's not the best, but looking in the camera at it, I'm quite happy with that. So, that is one done. Only 17 more to go. I'm going to add just a few more to this one to try and make it look a little bit better. That'll do. Okay, I'm starting to run out of M&Ms, so we're gonna add in some Smarties as well, as there was only one pack of M&Ms in the shop, so my mum had to pick up Smarties as well. And And the last one. And done. They're not the absolute best, but for a first attempt at piping icing and decorating to this extent, I'm definitely happy with them. Like, I'm really, really happy with those. So there we have the finished cupcakes. That was really fun. Let me give you a close-up. I think this one is definitely my favourite. The one that just piped the best and all of that. So yeah, there we have the finished Christmas light cupcakes. Let me know in the comments how you think I did with the icing and the decorating. Okay, so I've decided I am going to taste one. So this is what it looks like. I'm just going to cut it in half, so that you can see the inside too. So this is just what it looks like. So I'm now gonna casually sit on my kitchen floor and try this for you guys. Okay, time to taste test. That is really good. The cake is so like soft. Oh, it's nice and gingery too. I haven't had ginger cake in ages. That is so good. I'm definitely glad I did basic buttercream, as I feel like it complements how much ginger is in the cake so well. I feel like gingerbread buttercream as well would have been a bit too much for me. They're so good. Okay, so those are the finished cupcakes, which brings us to the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to give it a huge thumbs up to let me know. Don't forget to let me know in the comments what your favourite thing to bake is. And let me know how you think I did with the icing. As, like I said before, I've never piped icing before. If you're new to my channel, don't forget to subscribe right over here and turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload. As I do have some more Christmassy festive content planned. And I'm also opening my Mac advent calendar every single day on my channel, so be sure to subscribe for all of that content. In the meantime, if you would like more content from myself, then you can click here for my last Bake With Me video, which was just basic uniced vanilla cupcakes, or you can click here for my last video, which was my Christmas wish list for this year. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you very soon for another video. Bye guys!